Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to the vlog, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the show, the series. I don't know if future me has come up with a cool name for this series or not, but at the time of me recording this version of me has not. But this is another video breakdown where I take a dive into how a video was made and everything that went into it and all the stories and all the looks behind the scenes as to how it happened. And in this video breakdown, I'll be talking about the music video we made for Like Moths to Flames and their song Habitual Decline. But this one is a special video breakdown because in this one, I'm breaking down the director's cut of the video. That's right, the video that ended up getting released to the public, to the masses. Actually had a lot of stuff cut out that we shot for this project that honestly I really liked and I really cared about. So we're gonna dive into that director's cut today on this video breakdown and talk about what that video maybe was originally supposed to be. So let's dive into the video. I'm honestly very excited to talk about this one. There is a lot of creative stuff in this one that did not make the final cut, as happens in the video world. Sometimes you pitch ideas and you shoot some ideas, and that's not what makes it off of the cutting room floor into the final project. But no harm, no foul, because then you can make cool little fun vlogs that actually release that footage here and talk about all the work that went in it, because the version of this video that got released is actually, I'm not going to say vastly different, but it's pretty different from the story that I originally set out to tell through this music video. So without any further ado, let's just jump in. Let's get it started. The opening shot here is actually our friend John, who came along with our other director and visual effects friend, Josiah Moore. They actually came to Ohio to help us out with this project. Josiah mainly helped with a lot of the costuming in this project. So we open up with that shot of John and immediately jump in to all this crazy band performance. And I'm actually going to pause us here. What we see here and why I introduced you to John is because this entire video follows a character that John is playing. And it seems like he's holding on to something that he just can't seem to let go. Now, this is honestly going to be a bit difficult for me to actually explain because the edit for this video chops all over the place. So I'm not really going to be able to properly pinpoint certain scenes. So we're probably going to do a lot of start and stop here so I can explain. So as soon as we begin, we start to see that John's character he's seemingly filled with regret. Now, a lot of these flashes and a lot of these scenes that we're going to see throughout the music video, you're going to see a lot of different faces, a lot of different characters being introduced very quickly. The point of these being very quick cuts is because they're snippets and memory from John's character's mind. So really quick, let's just talk about the band shots and get those out of the way. Those are in the final cut of the video. Those were shot at OhioHD Studio. We shot two different looks for this. One was clean and what we call a very airy feel. We did some cool prism work with it, because I feel like that's something we never really get to do with this type of music. But we went with a very bright studio look, and then we balance that out with the red performance look where everything's just silhouetted and we get a very harsh red light in the performance. Red being kind of the driving color in this because red a lot of the times is associated with, danger or evil or something like that, which is a lot of the underlying story that's being told in this video. So as we continue here, the next thing that I want to talk about are these flashes of this priest-like character. And that was actually played by our friend Sam Rothstein. He absolutely owned that character. So the idea is we're seeing sort of this preacher character, which I'm just going to spoil it for you, is a cult leader. And so the idea of what we're seeing John's character go through here, he's remembering him as this evil, vile character. So we're actually, in the cuts of this video, what you can actually see is back and forth we'll cut from Sam's normal cult leader look into this strange creature look. And the idea with that was to showcase what Sam actually looked like, what this cult leader actually looked like, and then give a glimpse of maybe what John's character perceived him as a monster. Or, if you want to get paranormal with it, which I loved leaving this meaning here open-ended, we can lean into the paranormal realm a little bit, and maybe this was the actual true form of this person that was leading this group of people. So also, scattered throughout this video, you're going to see a lot of normal faces. And again, we're shooting all of this stuff in the black void setting. I didn't want to shoot this in a church or on some farm somewhere at a house. I didn't want these scenes to play out in the real world. What we're seeing are his memories. That's what we're seeing. So everything's set in this black void, or this weird, colorful void, as he sees them praising and smiling, but also being in fear. And we're seeing the vague memory that he has of this group that he left behind. He physically left, but mentally, this leader, this monster, this evil force, still has some sort of attachment to him that he just can't get away from. He just can't get his life completely on track. And so as we continue through the video here, so many of these scenes are visually some of my favorite stuff we've ever shot for a music video, because we didn't approach them like a music video. So many of the scenes that you see with John, we shot as if we would shoot a film. I wanted it to feel very movie-like, very much like there's an indie movie playing out in the midst of this chaotic music video. Now, one of my other favorite things about this video, we did the creature, this weird monster creature look for the cult leader itself. But to go with that, I actually wanted to look for the followers themselves. So while we're seeing all these quote unquote memories of the normal version of a lot of these followers, I wanted there to be some sort of a monster element to what we could represent the cult followers as well. And also quick props to Sam, the actor, like I said, who plays the cult leader here in this video. He donned the creature suit. It was very hard to breathe in, very sweaty, very uncomfortable for him. So Sam, if you're watching, thank you so very much for wiggling around and acting strange in a monster costume for quick clips to end up in a video for. So as we approach the end of the video here, we're actually seeing that we have indeed been watching a linear timeline. Now, while the whole time we were showing him driving, it wasn't simply just to show that he was driving around just to fill some time. He was driving somewhere. We watch him drive through the night and continuously contemplate the decision that either he made at one point in time or the decision that he's about to make. And as we get to the end of the video here, we see what that decision was. We see what he was contemplating, what he was truly battling with this entire time wasn't just the memory of this former group that he was a part of. He was battling the idea that he had to go back. We see him pull up his car to the edge of the woods, and this was actually filmed completely separately a day after we had wrapped official production on the weekend. Big thank you to Josiah and John, who after they got back to New York the following day, went out and filmed these pickup shots. You know, I knew the ending that I wanted to see in this was the character returning back to where this cult maybe lives. So we see John's character feeling like he is being pulled back into this group. So we end the video, honestly, on a bit of a somber note. We watch him wander into the woods as he returns to what he simply cannot deny is his home. So I know for a music video, that's kind of a deep dive of a story. There's a lot going on there. And I really just simply wanted to tell a story. And while it's not totally linear and it's very chopped up and there's a lot of stuff being thrown in and out from an edit standpoint, the story itself, there is one being told, at least in this original cut here. You're seeing different flashes of different creatures and humans and all this sort of stuff. It could be hard to tie together, but that's why I wanted to make this. So all in all, from a production standpoint, this honestly was a pretty heavy task to take on. We really crammed a lot into the weekend that we shot this video as well as one other video. Dare I say we might have taken on too much? I don't know. Who's really to say? But in the end, I genuinely am proud of the visuals that we made here. I'm proud of the story that we developed. Even for something like a music video, we put a lot of meaning into it. I put this whole deep dive of a story, built this universe, and built this character. So I wanted to have that footage be seen somewhere. So why not my YouTube in a vlog breaking down that story in this video itself? So if you enjoyed this, let me know. If you thought that that was a cool story, let me know. If you think I should make a short film out of it, for sure let me know. Send me a DM if you want to see more videos like this, or if you enjoyed or got anything out of this. If you have any questions about the project in general, definitely shoot them my way. Find me all around the internet at Who's Ross Theisen. Talk to me about this production, talk to me about the story, talk to me about short films where these sort of stories truly matter, or if you've ever experienced being in a cult yourself or escaping from one. It frightens me a little bit, but I do want you to let me know. I want to hear those stories. So still, even if you're in a cult, let me know. Just don't try and get me to join one, because I probably won't. So there it was. That was the secret, previously unreleased director's cut that honestly nobody knew existed anyway, except for the crew. But there it was. That was a breakdown of that director's cut of the Like Moths to Flames Habitual Decline music video. And if there's anything you take away from this, make it one of two things. One, from a production standpoint, maybe less is more, and simple can totally get the job done. You don't have to shoot a movie and put it in a music video and hope that it works. You can go a more simplistic route. And two, maybe it's not the best idea to join a cult. Or maybe it is. I don't know. But that's all for now. I thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for looking. And now I must bid you adieu, good night, and goodbye.